Professionals group is having their annual new member drive, which is a crawfish boil, and then the last couple of years we added on boil and fry. So we're going to have crawfish, shrimp, some fried fish, fries, hush puppies.
The Young Professionals group is excited to announce an upcoming seafood boil and fry. According to YPG President Chris Dagerpont, this event aims to provide a relaxed atmosphere where members can connect, feel appreciated, and enjoy delicious food together as the group grows and strengthens its presence in Central Louisiana. This gathering serves as a testament to the collective impact of its members. It's an opportunity to celebrate the progress made and look forward to future endeavors that will further enrich the community.
To help Central Louisiana be a better place for young professionals to live and to work. And so we like to have a community aspect to everything that we do, and that's what this is about, continuing to build our community, spending time with each other, getting to know people from other walks of life or other industries or communities wherever they live and work. And that's what it's about, spending time together, networking, making friends, and just doing it all together.
The Young Professionals Seafood Boil will be held next Tuesday, April 29th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Oak Wing Golf Course.